Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing your ancestors' messages on your inherited family super gift. Can't wait to do this reading for you, and we will be picking between 3 piles today. Oh, I already see the first 2. So 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what we have. So for pile number 1, we have originality. For pile number 2, we have protection. And for pile number 3, we have inheritance. Now, if you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, we have the clear quartz in the shape of a squirrel. And this is what it looks like. For pile number 2, we have the Sodalite in the shape of a star. And this is what it looks like. Oops. For pile number 3, we have the Amazonite in the shape of a heart. And this is what it looks like. All right. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to. And that is probably the pile for you in today's reading. And as I always mention, let your intuition be your guide, because your intuition is your magic. You always end up with the right reading. And so whether you feel drawn to just one, several, or many, trust your intuition. Your intuition will always guide you to the right readings. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to the card shuffling and picking process. It is lovely having you around and sharing your energy as we prepare for your piles. Before we begin, let me introduce your cards to you quickly. On the left are the oracle decks that we will be using for this reading, and on the right are the tarot decks that we will be using. Okay, so let's get into this. Very excited about today's reading. And let's start shuffling with intention. So what are your ancestors' messages on your inherited family super gifts? 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Talk about inheritance with the inheritance card, right? My God. The synchronicities that come in the readings just blow my mind. And already we have 11 and 1. 1, 1, 1. Unbelievable. Okay. So, and even though this is a timeless reading, we're doing it in August and we have 8. Just unbelievable. All right. So I kind of feel like, whoa, there are strong messages today. Look, if you're watching this preparation pile with students, this is showing me that your ancestors want to give you an extra message here. You come from a long line of a family that loves education, that loves knowledge. Yeah, it says humility and devotion to knowledge. You're very humble when it comes to knowledge because you want to know the truth. Openness to lifelong learning. So yeah, if you're watching this preparation, there's a specific message for you to know that you've inherited a super gift of loving knowledge, growing knowledge, and you see, connecting knowledge together as well. So yeah, this is important for some of you. This open-mindedness is going to get you far in life. Okay. Oh, and this is sticking to my arm. What is up here? There's another message with the Four of Cups. It's interesting. Oh, so here we have Lethe, who is the goddess of forgetfulness. Isn't this interesting? With student. So your ancestor's message straight away is, although you have the capacity to gain a lot of knowledge and to connect them together, be careful if you don't revise, if you don't look back into it, you may forget some key information. So yeah, learn, but make sure you take notes, that key notes that would remind you of whole books or big things that you've read. Yeah, take little notes, and from these little notes you'll remember everything. That's obviously your message from your ancestors. And these notes that you take and the knowledge that you're gaining will really help you out in your journey. It's your super gift of knowing and connecting. And if you take down notes, these notes will later on help you remember things that you may have forgotten altogether. So please note this and start taking notes from now on. Perhaps create a journal or some notebook where you jot down the important things that you don't want to forget. This way they'll always be there. Really interesting. We've already started getting into the reading. All right. So let's go back to shuffling with intention. What is your ancestor's message? Thank you. On your inherited family super gift. There we go. Now, let's get into the last oracle deck that we will be using for this reading. Let's divide them into 3 parts so that it's easy for us to pick a card for each pile. Okay, there we go. So, what is your ancestor's message on your inherited family super gift? Whoa, thanks. What is your ancestor's message on your inherited family super gift? Thank you. Okay. Last deck. What is, thanks, your ancestor's message on your inherited family super gift? Okay, so let's keep this here for now. And now let's get into your tarot decks. We will be taking out 2 cards from each deck, except for this one. We're just going to be taking 1. So, what is your ancestors' message on your inherited family super gift? 1, 2. Yeah. And 3. Okay. Next deck. There we go. Okay, on to the next deck. Let's see what we have. Right way up. I hope this was the right way up. Yeah. Okay, thanks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, next tarot deck. Whoa, okay. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Last deck. Very excited about starting the reading and see what we have. Ancestors readings are full of magic, full of interesting stories. I love these types of readings. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. So now we've prepared our 3 piles. Let's put them together neatly. So we have pile number 1 with a clear quartz squirrel. Pile number 2 is now also ready. There we go, with the Sodalite star. Pile number 3. Is ready. With the Amazonite heart. Can't wait to begin your reading. Thank you for being around as we prepare for your piles. I always feel your energy and I feel so blessed to have you around. Thank you so much. Love you very much. Let's get into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen this beautiful clear quartz in the shape of a squirrel. Let me adjust that. There we go. And you have also chosen the card Originality, with Mercury in Aquarius. Very intrigued about this card. And let's find out by taking a look at all of the cards together. This is a very special reading, and I want to make sure I read it accurately and as detailed as possible. Wow. So you have the ladybug and sweet pea with happiness. What a beautiful card. Okay. You have scribe. So the light attribute is preserving knowledge and information. Right. And the shadow attribute, altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. Okay. And talk about originality with that, right? Wow. You also have bell with announcement. This looks like it's going to be a very interesting reading. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. You have the Page of Cups. You know, there's something really interesting about this card. You feel like the figure here is looking directly at us. And I feel through that instantly that your ancestors are really looking at you. They want to tell you something. They want to say something directly to you. You have the Queen of Cups. You have the World. The Three of Wands. The Knight of Wands. You have the Five of Cups. The Six of Cups. You have the 10 of Cups. Wow. Going from 5 to the 6 to the 10. And last but not least, you have the 6 of Cups again with Tefnut. Ooh, okay. Let me take a quick look at your cards before we begin analyzing. There's so much here. So we see something very clear in your pile, pile number 1, with scribe, and of course here with Tefnut, the ancient Egyptian goddess of dew and rain. Do you see? Tefnut is holding, what is it called? Not a wand, a scepter, and presented as a papyrus, flower. Yeah, and as you know, the papyrus was used for many things, but mainly to create paper, right? So you have, this couldn't be a coincidence of this appearing in your reading. We have the 6 of Cups showing up twice. It shows that you have a long line of ancestries from very ancient times, perhaps the ancient Egyptians or maybe even before, that were scientists, writers, philosophers, thinkers. So you have very active brains. Your super gift, pile number 1, is that your family line are always forward thinkers. You see, they always cared about what went wrong in their society with the 5 of Cups. Always trying to think of new ways. You have a book here as well of new ways. With the Queen of Cups, you show the care. So because of this care, you always find new ways of developing the society. The way your ancient family worked was presenting information that may have been bold. You see how this woman is looking at us with the Page of Cups. The page is introducing a message, right? A messenger. introducing a message that is bold. With the cups, because you care. It's the same idea with the ladybug here. You know, usually insects are creatures that we naturally feel very disgusted by. Naturally, we see flies. Most of us will go, oh, right? So, except for some specific insects, like the ladybugs, where we have a different reaction when we see them. We look at them and we say, oh, they're so cute. And so we see the message here of presenting something that may have otherwise creeped people, or perhaps been too forward to accept, but wrapped up really nicely with love and care, so that the society would move forward. In fact, pile number 1 with the world card, it seems like that your ancestors all throughout history were so adamant about finding the truth that they were traversing the world here and there, picking up information, seeing what other civilizations have done, getting information in order to come back and put something together, with the 10 of Cups really helping the society be happy and progressing forward. Pile number 1. And that isn't specified to a specific field. Some of your ancient ancestries could have been thinkers when it comes to family matters and organizing the family. Some were related to scientific developments that could help in the home or society as a whole. Economists that made a huge difference in how to facilitate the economy. They could have been scientists, writers who have written revolutionary books, and so on. And so your super gift, pile number 1, is the ability to think forward, far ahead of your society. You can catch when things aren't going right easily, more than anyone, while others are stuck looking at the same thing and doing this, repeating the same mistake over and over, because they may have been stuck with societal ideas. You are the only one who would, first of all, have the open-mindedness with the Aquarius to admit that something is not going right, and to think clearly about how to improve it, even if the solutions entail bold ideas that other people would be too afraid to think of. So we see with the Knight of Wands, part of your super gift, pile number 1, is not just the intelligence and the researching abilities and the forward thinking. It's also the boldness to go after the right thing and to do the right thing, whether it is accepted initially by the world or by society at first or not. All right, let's take a look at the messages from your ancestors in today's reading about this super gift. First off, you have the bell. With bell, of course, it goes hand in hand with you creating alertness, awareness and alertness that can be heard over miles and miles away. Maybe in your lifetime, with the world card centering your reading, you'll be doing something that everyone will hear about. Now, seeing the 3 of Wands in conjunction with the world card, this is strong energy of traveling. We see your spirit guides, maybe even your spirit guides saying, but what I meant to say, your ancestors' message here is that in this lifetime, it has been greatly facilitated for you, the means of traveling. Maybe your country allows you to be able to easily enter as many countries as you want. That's one thing. Another thing could be maybe you'll have the means, either you've already started that or you're about to begin traveling the world because of your job. It could be that you come from a family who has traveled a lot. It could be that you naturally have an instinct of love of travel. It's so strong, and that you will be taking the steps to travel, perhaps either for leisure or to attend certain conferences or trainings or to do work. Yeah. So traveling is very key in your reading. And I see your ancestors telling you there will be a lot of traveling, just the way your ancestors did. Do you see? To collect certain messages and information. Collecting information and spreading information. It is a vital part of your mission, pile number 1. Also, part of your mission will be you writing something or creating some sort of manual that will help generations to come live a better life. This could be... No, not could be, will be. Original ideas. Even if the information was already there, it's your originality in being able to research, put it together in your own unique way that brings about certain solutions that help your community. Your ancestors are saying that you're on the way to creating that mark. Presented with the ladybug here, presented in a pleasant way where people will love. Perhaps it's the way you write, or how useful it is, the information that you're giving, how it's so spot on when it comes to making their lives work, or perhaps how entertaining it is and it's easy to listen to or read. Pile number 1. And if you look, you have the Knight of Wands with urgency, getting on with it. But then you have the Three of Wands, which is supposed to be the same type of energy of embarking on a new journey. It's really intriguing. The energy of this person seems more relaxed. Doesn't look like someone who's taking energy. This looks like someone perhaps relaxing and taking a break. Perhaps it's a well-deserved break. But in any case, the energy is not matching. And with that, especially with the two together, I see your ancestors telling you to maybe start embarking on it. I will pick up your tarot cards and get more ideas on what they mean by embark on it. Have you already started but you're on a break? Do they mean that it's slow and they want you to go faster? Or do they mean that it's firing up in your heart and you're ready to begin and they're encouraging you to begin? Let's see what they want to say, pile number 1. So, oh, thanks. You have the Moon card. What do pile number 1's ancestors mean with these two cards? What's the clarification, please, for the exact energy of these two cards? Thank you. So you have the Moon, the Seven of Cups. Again, the thinking and the writing in the Seven of Cups. You have the Chariot, the Knight of Swords. Again, the writing, do you see? So unbelievable. This is a witch deck and all I can see all of a sudden is writing and writing. The Hanged Man. Yeah, sort of that energy of pausing. What is this? Whoa, the Emperor. And again, the Emperor is writing. Right, so let's take a closer look at the exact message here that you have from your ancestors. Notice that the Emperor card is the main card here. There was no more space and I had to put it up top. So the Emperor card is the embodiment of what they want to tell you here. Do you notice how this Emperor card is sitting in their kitchen, in the comfort of their own home, but they're acting like an absolute professional while doing it. In fact, they're dressed and they have their back straight and they're totally on top of their game. And so same here, someone at home. Maybe you can do it in the comfort of your own home, but that's not the main message. The main message is, with the moon, despite the fact that things aren't really totally clear for you now of how you're going to do this exactly, when is it going to boom, we see your spirit guides, sorry, apologies. Perhaps your spirit guides are, some of your spirit guides are your ancestors. Maybe that's why I keep by mistake saying that. So we see your ancestors telling you that the only way you can get yourself out of this moon or mystery energy is to sit down just like the Emperor here and start opening up your computer or your pen and paper and start jotting down at least ideas. Where am I passionate? Where is my heart passionate about? How can I leave my fingerprint? What do I want to do to be a great addition to the world? Notice the Emperor has fallen right above the World card. So you have a big mission here. What can I do? And only when you begin writing as you dream. So it's this parallel energy of dreaming and writing. These two things coming together. Not thinking about it and being lost. And then when you eventually find something, then you're going to start sitting down and writing or sitting down and creating it. No, we see the energy of figuring it out as you go. And with that, you see the Chariot. This is when things will start moving. And with the car, you will have a destination to go towards. So it's all by figuring it out. We see with the Knight of Swords, again, scribbling. So there will be a lot of trial and error. You trying again, and trying again. Each time, you get a different perspective, taking you closer to the right path. You know this game, this hot and cold game where someone hides something and they're trying to energetically figure out where this person hid it. And let's say this person who's hid it and wants you to find it. And that's how the world works in general when we're trying to find the right information and everything. They let you go in different directions, and that's the energy we're seeing here. And then they guide you with the feedback. Oh, cold, cold, hot, hot, oh, cold again. So now you know it's there, but you're getting into specifics of where it's there, depending on the feedback you're getting. And that is the type of energy, the exact type of energy we see here. Starting, even though you don't know where to go, feedback will give you the energy to proceed. And then it's a matter of trial and error that little by little will change continue to tweak your direction until you find exactly that thing. Or how you're going to do it, and exactly the steps that you're going to take to do it. You'll find the accuracy because, you know, the emperor is a systematic person, works with a process, very accurate. To find that type of accuracy of what to do exactly, having the right information to move forward, and all of the things you need now as a brilliant thinker, you will find along the way. The whole key is to start as you dream, because it's the only way that will bring you closer to exactly what you're supposed to do, bring your brilliance out, the message that you are going to leave a fingerprint here in the world. We see your ancestors telling you that, as usual with the happiness and the ladybug, not only are you going to have a great effect, but you're going to write it or present it in such a brilliant way that people will absorb it, no matter how bold it is or how difficult it may seem in the beginning. You'll do it in such a brilliant way that people are going to love and accept. You're doing something revolutionary here with the urn, old with the new, and with an open book, a beginning of a new stage. You see this woman looking towards the future. They're here now, but they're looking towards the future, guiding us to a huge leap towards our evolution or improvement as humankind. So this is what I see for your reading. So cool. Pile number 1. You have a big responsibility, but you're totally up for it. This has been your ancestry line. All the best of luck with your mission, pile number 1. That was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please, don't forget to check out my productivity book. Pile number 1, this book could really help you out with your journey, help you get organized and become successful and enjoy being successful and being productive. Well, that came out, so it's probably for you as well. And enjoy being productive at the same time. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process. And so if you're interested in that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And pile number 1, it was a real pleasure getting to know you and doing your reading for you. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful Sodalite star as well as the card protection. We have the moon in Aries. So, very excited about your reading. Let's take a look at what your ancestors' message is on your inherited family super gift. So, you have the trout and lily of the valley. So nice, with purification, protection, purification. Okay. You have child divine. So the light attributes of that is innocence, purity, wow, and redemption. Suggests a special connection with the divine. All right, so the shadow attribute is an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. All right, so let's keep it right there. This looks like a super, super special pile. We're seeing a real super gift here. Okay. You have claw. Be careful. Do not take risks. We'll see how this fits into your message. Right. Let's check out your tarot cards. So you have the Chariot right away beginning your reading. And you know, this is reminding me of the Merkaba, since this your pile is so spiritual, because with the Merkaba is the Chariot of Ascension. It's like a soul vehicle, or yeah, a Chariot of Ascension, like I said. So I'm not seeing it with the regular chariot meaning, but it's like an energetic structure, you know, an energetic structure of sacred geometry, and that's why you see the let me show you how it looks like instead of just trying to explain it. There you go. Yeah. And so this chariot kind of protects you and strengthens you, so that you are allowing you to travel, your consciousness to travel easily and freely between dimensions, of course. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing here in terms of the chariot. Something big, soul ascension or something. We're gonna find out as we take a look at the rest of your cards. You have the 10 of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. We're seeing civilization, a line of ancestry, one after the other. From one generation is what I say to the next. You have the 3 of Swords. You have the Tower. Talk about ascension. You also have the 6 of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. The 9 of Cups. And you have the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords. Right. Let's take it all in. Let's take it all in and see what your super gift is and what your ancestors want to tell you about it. Your pile is super interesting, pile number 2, and it has a type of energy that I haven't really seen before, at least not this way. We see that your ancestor's super gift is having 2 strong forces combined at the same time. And that is your high spiritual powers, as well as strong presence, physical presence in the earthly realm, that strong on both sides. We see here with the Aries, the protection, and then the child divine. We see with the trout and the lily of the valley that whenever there is a lot of trout in a certain lake or river, just means that it's a very healthy area with a lot of habitat. And the lily of the valley is associated with love. In one of the stories, the lily of the valley fell in love with the nightingale. So these two together, we see spiritual ascension as we discussed. And then you have the King of Pentacles, and that's the significant King of Pentacles here. Your ability and your savviness to create empires and wealth on the earthly realm. So we see this combination of being emotional, spiritually vibrating high, as well as succeeding on the earthly realm. And because of all of this, this is confirmed by your 6 of Swords here with Skaha. This is the Celtic goddess of the 2 different areas, with the arts of battle, but also healing and magic. And she's really powerful, really interesting, because she lives in a secluded island, and only those who take the effort to go and swim and succeed to go to her island are the ones where she welcomes to her land, the only ones who she welcomes to her land for putting in the effort to be there. And once they're there, she teaches them the craft of magic. She teaches them how all the skills of war, on how to win a war, and she teaches them for a year and a day. And once they learn everything that they need to learn, they go back and they help their people. So she also teaches, like I said, the craft of magic. So we see that the super gift in your ancestors, pile number 2, is the ability to be successful in both. Your ancestors, I'm sorry. We didn't even get to, we kept talking about the spiritual part. We didn't get to the earthly part. This is in your King of Pentacles. Is presented here by Giovanni de Medici. And he created an empire of strong banks that at its time was an institution that was not just operating all over Europe, but was one of the most affluent and respected. And he did that by joining a bank early in his years that his cousin, I think, helped him get into. He learned so much, and then he created his own bank. And then he got into the textile industry, and not only that, the wool and the textile industry, not only that, he expanded his business so much that it was into the import and export. So yeah, he created a whole dynasty called the Medici dynasty, and his two sons, I think, they grew it and they became strong influence politically and culturally. It was a big family in Florence. So huge powers. We see huge powers in both your connection to the divine, your connection to spirituality, your huge manifestation powers, your ability to ascend and grow, and also your ability to create great successes in the earthly realm. Now, with that comes the Tower. This is your message that your ancestors want. Oh, did I forget to tell you the divine? And then you have the claw. You have both aspects. So you'll find that part of your personality is the two sides. You'll find that you're a very strong character, very strong person, inside out, but mainly inside. And you're also a very loving person, very spiritual, very in touch with the divine, the universe, the magic. And with these, and you have these two forces combined, very strong for a reason. You're on a mission of helping others ascend, perhaps by watching you, maybe succeed by watching you come out with the Ten of Wands and the Tower. We'll talk about it in a second. Be inspired and do the same. And you also obviously speak a lot about spirituality, which helps others grow spiritually. There is something to you. I think there are a lot of facets that help in this ascension for others. Not only are they inspired by you, and how with the Tower card and the Ten of Wands is an end of a very tough cycle. So they not only do they see you rise like a phoenix over and over, but also they see you very balanced spiritually, very a beautiful soul. And so they're very inspired of how you can be successful, but also a good person at the same time. And that is what you're trying to promote, because that is the balance that everyone should be ascending to. Yes. And so you're here to help in the world and in the spiritual journey of others. That's for sure. And it's something that your ancestors have done over generations and generations and generations. It comes very natural to you, and it seems here that you're really protected and guided by the divine, protected by the universe. Yeah, you're spiritually protected. You're spiritually protected, especially from negative forces. Do you see the shadow aspect and an inability to defend oneself against negative forces? The more you are aligned in these two energies of going after your geniosity and creating perhaps businesses or in creating an empire, and at the same time vibrating high, the more you're attuned to your own ancestral energy, and nothing can attack you. So this could have been the first ancestral message, by the way, since we read it here. But I see one of your main messages from your ancestors. Just like Skaha, your ancestors are telling you to have that type of power. You yourself and every ancestor had to go through an ascension process themselves of going through very difficult times, that at some point where you might have felt your whole world was broken and fell apart completely, and maybe you even had to rebuild your whole world. Maybe you're in that process of rebuilding your world, or maybe you just came out of it and that's why you're hearing the message. Either case, that's why you're hearing the message from your ancestors. With the Wheel of Fortune, your ancestors are telling you things will change the other way round completely. With the new child here, there's a new birth of your whole life. And you may be going through an ascension process, or you're coming out of this ascension. I would say really coming out of it with the 10 of Wands. You're about or just came out of your ascension process. And this process was designed. You go through it because with the 3 of Swords, this is mental thought. Do you see how this person is crunching the paper? They perhaps heard news that broke them down. But there is always the key in the 3 of Swords. And the key is to change the pattern of thoughts. Because the second that you do, you are aligned with the great super strength and super gift of your ancestors. The minute you take yourself mentally from repeating, because the 3 of Swords is kind of like without meaning to getting into cycle of thought, perhaps victim mentality, falling into victim mentality without noticing. And so the key is to notice that, yes, things happen for a reason. And instead of crying over the past, to look for a great future. You have that power, pile number 2. If you clicked on this pile, if you were drawn to it, this is your pile. And your pile here, we see the energy of you creating not just nice, good things, average things. You're meant to create huge things in your lifetime. Amazing things. And you're meant to grow spiritually and help others grow spiritually as well. And maybe you are combining both. Who knows? But you are someone who once is out of the cycle, understands the vibration of your ancestral energy. You won't come out of it again. Just like Skaha here. You see, they have the goose wings, and the goose is both alert and aggressive, making it an excellent guardian. And so we see here that the energy surrounding you becomes strong. You cannot be attacked, ever. In fact, with be careful, do not take risks. It would be risky for people to try to attack you, pile number 2. And so you're a lovely, beautiful person, but at the same time you're very strong, especially being attuned to that energy. No one will be able to ever attack you, pile number 2. You create your own power energetically and in the 3D to an extent where nothing hits you. It just doesn't, pile number 2. So yeah, that's what I see in terms of your ancestors' message of your inherited super gift. Let's pick up your tarot cards and see what they're advising you to do now that we understand the concept. What are they advising you to do exactly at the moment with that advice? Pile number 2. Right. So, what is pile number 2's ancestors' advice on what to do now with the information we saw? Please. It's so cool that you are greatly protected like that. And so, how can you tap into both energies is what we want to know. Okay, so you have the Three of Pentacles. And I'm getting that this, because when I saw the three, it instantly took me to this Three of Swords. So I feel like this Three of Pentacles is the answer to this Three of Swords energy. You have, wow, talk about affluence. You have the Ten of Pentacles. I see. Really cool. It's almost like we can hear them talking to you. You have the Empress. Unbelievable. You have the Page of Cups. Oh no, the Knight of Cups. Apologies. No, Page. Mind freeze. I use this deck so much, and sometimes I'm like, is this Page or Knight? Sorry, Page of Cups and Page of Wands. Whoa. Okay, so the message is so clear. The message is so clear. We're seeing your ancestors telling you to let the past go, and with the Three of Pentacles, jump into what you do best, and that is creating amazing things. In fact, you see here the Three of Pentacles being creative. So let go of this energy and start anew with yourself. Start the healing process. You will heal completely and get into your energy the more you tap into one of your strengths, and that is the creation, because what you will create will give you a lot of affluence. Trust that, pile number two. Trust that. And so as you do that, this will heal you, because you will start seeing that this is the end of a cycle. You'll start seeing your world and the energy around you change, refresh, old energy out, new energy in. And with the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands, this is an indication that you will start a new journey. Cups and Wands together, this is an exciting, happy journey that you will absolutely love, full of discoveries, of experiencing things that you perhaps haven't experienced before, to finding yourself again, to clearing the water, clearing the air, and being in touch with not just yourself one more time, but with the world you always wanted to create. Pile number two. Please trust that. This is your message from your ancestors. You are born generation after generation to create affluence with the Wheel of Fortune, and to create great big things, and to be a happy person. This is your ancestry line. All the best of luck, pile number two. Such a beautiful story. Thank you for allowing us to tap into your energy. May you always be blessed. I'm wishing you all the best of luck. Remember, you're always protected. Please get into your divine path. And that was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. Pile number two, this book could really help you out in this journey as you regenerate your energy. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to help you jumpstart and be a productive person, all while enjoying this process. This book truly holds true to this promise, and if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And pile number two, I leave you with this wonderful reading. I wish you blessings. I wish you boldness and strength. And I wish you live your ultimate truth and be happy. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number three. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful Amazonite heart, as well as this really intriguing card with inheritance, especially that we're taking a look at what your inherited family super gift is. So you have Saturn in Scorpio with inheritance. And we do see a labyrinth here. We'll take all of that into consideration as we take a look at the rest of your cards. So you have the Hound and Pair with loyalty. Okay. You have Child Eternal. So the light attributes are determination to remain young in body, mind and spirit. Really cool. Ability to see things with fresh eyes. All right, let's see the shadow attributes. Inability to grow up and be responsible. Extreme dependency on others for physical security. Right, so we have Child Eternal. And you also have, oh, another dog. We have the Hound and the dog. Close up. Pleasure with a close friend. Ooh, what is this showing us? Let's take a look at the rest of your cards for a full picture. So you have the Five of Pentacles. You have the Hanged Man. Whoa, thanks. You have the Queen of Cups. You have the Ace of Swords. Oh, I'll adjust them in a second. You have the Ten of Wands. Strength. The Three of Wands. The Eight of Swords. And last but not least, you have Temperance. Interesting. Let's take let me adjust this and take a closer look at what your super gift is first, your family super gift, and what your ancestors' message is on it. Now, pile number 3. What I see your ancestral super gift is creativity to a point that cannot be, that is unmatched, is what I'm looking for. Now, we see, let me introduce the energy to you and tell you why it is unmatched. So we see here the ability to see things with fresh eyes. We also have with the Temperance card, Bridget, who is the Irish goddess of crafts, poetry, healing, arts. She is the muse for bards and artists of all types. She preserves the wisdoms that come with the poems and the songs and the tales. She inspires people to invent, to build the culture, the artifacts of the culture. So we're seeing big energy of creativity, art, writing, invention, problem solving at a grand scale, everything that comes with creativity. And here's the thing, I mean, so many people are creative and so many people are impressive. But your ancestral line comes from a very unique type of creativity, super intelligence when it comes to that area. You even find the Hanged Man. It's like you're a showstopper in whatever you do. You see, I feel like a theater being filled to watch ballet or opera or some amazing talent, and your family over the years didn't fall short in impressing others, whether this is in art, actual art and writing and craftsmanship, or your ability to be creative in using that brilliance in problem solving. You could even be a programmer. someone who designs systems, someone who designs great programs and solves great issues, sometimes simply by finding one simple idea. You know how Einstein said, if you can explain it simply, it means you really understand it. So it's that simplicity that is so hard to attain. The brilliance presented simply that would really blow one's mind. So strong mental abilities in the area of being super creative, where you bring something new altogether, something brilliant. And we see here with Bridget, something I read about her that I really liked, you know, the triple goddess. So she is one, the other, and something new, you know, something that's new that arises from this union. It's an alchemical process. You see here, she has her cauldron of putting intellectual elements together and bringing out something that is fascinating, that with the Three of Wands you have not seen it before. Bringing clarity. Oh, your ability to see clearly amidst the mess, you know, to pinpoint what exactly is wrong or may not be functioning right, and to fix with the Ten of Wands, to fix this mess super clearly and easily with one brilliant idea. And this is a result of deep understanding, deeper than anyone, of what the root cause is. There's deep thought of where things are going wrong, and that's why you come with the brilliance of making something brilliant, something amazing that shocks others. Because in order to come up with that brilliance, with this alchemical process, something has had to be done underneath, of figuring out what is wrong, what is the root cause of not being able to achieve this brilliance. Pile number 3. So certainly inherited intelligence and creativity, specifically in problem solving, which is, it's the same line if you take a look at it, either in problem solving or in creating something new that has never been done. And it's all because of your ability, as we discussed, to see what is stuck with the Eight of Swords in conjunction with this specific Queen of Cups. What is stuck? What is the root cause? What is that thing that is causing agony to the system? And with this ability to go deeper, you become a muse to everyone, because you create something that is so inspirational, that blows people's minds. And you inspire others to do like you. Pile number 3. So it's really interesting how we have the dog here twice with loyalty, also with pleasure, which we'll get to in a second. Because the pair is also a symbol of pleasure. So, So your ancestor's message is, perhaps with the Five of Pentacles, you know that you have that type of intelligence, of course, but you really don't know what to do with it at the moment. It's brilliance. What are you going to do with it? What your ancestors are telling you, they're saying, stay loyal to this intelligence that you've inherited from generation after generation. You're not meant to do a repetitive, maybe I want to say mindless, or repetitive, maybe 9-to-5 job. Because not only will it weigh you down, knowing in your heart that there is something unique that you can do. You're not here for that. Pile number 3. You're here to pick up your skill back and to create some alchemical brilliance in your lifetime. You might feel stuck right now and thinking, well, how am I gonna embark on that? Which we'll get to in a second. But yeah, your ancestors are saying, stay loyal to that. Because we see sad energy here, feeling loaded and heavy and stuck and sad. On the other side, we see loyalty and happiness and cheerfulness and being in touch with our inner child. And the pear being a symbol of pleasure, and then you have pleasure with a close friend. The more you consistently stick to what you're brilliant at, the more you're going to find your happiness, pile number 3. Always stay true to that. Whether some of you have already started or not, the message from your ancestors is always stay true to that. You choose that journey and you're going to feel strong. Not only that, but you're also going to be creating big things in life as you are meant to create. And you're not going to let all this talent and brilliance go to waste, is the message that I'm seeing from your ancestors. Pile number 3. And now that we have a general idea of what is the super gift is and what they want to tell you with the alchemy, there's a strong message of creation. They want you to create something. So let's pick up your tarot cards in case you still don't know, or for a confirmation even, on what your journey is, what they're advising you to do with your super gift, pile number 3. What is pile number 3 being advised to do with their super gift, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 5. So you have, again, wow. So you have the 7 of Cups. Your message with this 7 of Cups is quite close to, I think, another pile. I don't want to influence you. If you were drawn to the same pile, then your message is the same when it comes to your advice, because same card popped up. You have the Ace of Pentacles, yeah. And with the Queen of Swords. Okay, so this is really cool. I see the message of you are a creative person yourself. If you want to know what you want to do to tap into this energy, your own creativity, your own brilliance will be the reason for you to find what to do. But then how can you find it? You have to, with the Queen of Swords, allocate time to tap into the energy of thinking of what you want to do. Because with the 10 of Wands, life could be dragging you down with its responsibilities and with the need to achieve certain things that are important and critical or urgent. But you have to find the time, despite all of that, to think of what will save you in your future. Because if you let it go, you'll continue to go through the cycle, right? So in order to create that new beginning for you, you have to create that time to think about it, because that's the only way to create the time to plan it, to think about it, to jot down ideas, to put something together. Maybe today you didn't figure it out, tomorrow you will, or next week you will. But with your brilliance and unique intelligence, pile number 3, your ancestors are telling you, see, they are around you helping you, because obviously you have a mission that you will be creating through this intelligence. But if you find out about it now, then you won't go through the process of thinking about it. And that is the process that is needed. So sit down and speak to your heart with pleasure. What would you love to do? What is it? even if you know what you love to do, how can you create it? What can you do about it in order to create that future plan for yourself that will put you in this alchemical, brilliant process that will help bring pleasure to you, but will also tap you into this journey that your ancestors have gone through all throughout the years. You have this intelligence in your family for a reason. You may even notice that a lot of your family have that type of creativity, but here you're really highlighted as having it as with the one line, yes, one family, but you're very unique here. You have something unique in your hands that you're going to create. So tap into this energy, pile number 3. Start planning. And with the Ace of Pentacles, start taking action. It may not be perfect in the beginning, but the more you take action and adjust, the better you're going to go towards it. So do what needs to get done. Maybe there are certifications. Maybe it's not studying. Maybe it's just writing down. Maybe it's a book. Whatever it is, there is work to be done. There's a thought process to go through, and that's what your ancestors are telling you here. And you have Queen of Wands. There's a warning here. Knight of Swords. Your warning, pile number 3. Being the creative person that you are, perhaps you want to, just like the Queen of Wands here, jumpstart into something. And I see your ancestors telling you their advice to you. That's where you could maybe go wrong with your type of intelligence. So avoid jump starting without properly planning, or avoid getting into the fun things before finishing the things that need to get done, something of that sort. So yeah, the Queen of Swords is here to organize your life. Plan it well, stick to the plan, stick to your promises, and you'll be able to change that fire within you into something brilliant with the alchemical process that only your family with that type of brilliance is able to create. Pile number 3, you are going to create something wonderful if you stay true and loyal to your dreams, to your own plans. And with the Knight of Swords, adjust it. You see there's crumbling. Adjust it as you go along. If something doesn't work, go back and think about something else. You are the problem solver. You are the brilliant creator. You're going to do something amazing, pile number 3. And your ancestors are here in this reading telling you, tap into your ancestral energy. Tap into that brilliance and think about what you want. See, the 7 of Cups is a card about fantasies. So fantasize. Dream big. Maybe other people think it's crazy. You won't, because your intelligence isn't just about creativity. It's about going down, thinking of the root cause and creating a solution. This is who you are. Tap into that energy, make it change your life, and with that energy, you'll be changing millions of others' lives. Pile number 3. Such an interesting family super gift. Wow, that is all I can tell you. All the best of luck with that, my dear pile number 3. I have enjoyed your reading immensely. I'm wishing you all the best of luck in your journey. May you always be blessed. And that was your reading, pile number 3. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. Pile number 3, this book could really help you out in this journey. And this Queen of Swords, it's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person, all while enjoying this process. And so if this is calling out to you and you feel like you would like to check out this ebook, you'll find a link to it down in the description box. And now there's also an audiobook, so you can enjoy listening to it. I know I love audiobooks. And pile number 3, thank you for allowing me to tune into your beautiful ancestral energy. It was an honor for me to see that type of energy. Wishing you all the best of luck in your journey. I know after watching this, you're going to do something great as your ancestors have. All the best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.